Cleanup crews are making progress along the Santa Barbara waterfront. Last week's massive tidal surge, it felt like a tidal wave for some. It left a big mess.
And News Channel reporter John Palmentary joins us live with that. And John, the parking lots are back open tonight.
Yeah, the term tsunami was used quite a bit, wasn't it, last week? Even though it was not a tsunami, it just felt like one. The ocean water, the sand and debris came in with some force and went all over the parking lots and some of the businesses down here in the Santa Barbara Harbor area. And the Harbor Department has been cleaning this up. It was indeed the first order of business for the Waterfront Department this year. The Santa Barbara Harbor West parking lot has been ground zero for a big cleanup operation since the overwhelming tidal surge here last week.
We lucked out overall, so no major injuries and no major damage.
Those who were here at the time and afterwards say they have seen the change.
I think it's really amazing just in the last couple of days what's been done here.
The area has been off limits to parking. The overflow went out onto the street.
There was mud everywhere. It was just incredible how far the water came up.
This area between the bathrooms by the Shoreline Cafe and the harbor parking entrance had a foot of sand and debris. Crews worked all weekend and into this week using mobile loaders and hand tools.
And so getting that off back onto the beach after required, we had 3 loaders on site and operators kind of just working all day to get this sand back onto the beach.
These piles of sand on Ledbetter Beach all came from the parking lot after the tidal overflow last week, and they're creating a defensive berm to brace this area for yet another tidal event that's coming.
We came down when it was less bermed, and so I think it's a good idea. All the mud that was in here was pretty impressive.
A repeat of the impacts is not likely. The upcoming event will be weaker. Many areas are still getting washed down and swept clean from the mess, including the boatyard.
The main impacts on our end were here in Harbor West lot, at the Yacht Club parking lot, and in Harbor Way.
The Santa Barbara Yacht Club also mobilized to clear its lot from the Sandy surge, and it is reopened. The water pooled up so fast during the incident when the high tide kept the drains from flowing in 2 ways.
At a peak high tide, at a 6-foot high tide and above, the drain itself is underwater, and so there's nowhere for the water to go. So there's a period of time where the water just neutralizes in Harbor Way and has nowhere to go until the tide backs off. It was really busy down here. People wanted to come down and see the swell and be near it. Part of our job was making sure they were safe.
You might recall in January of last year, January 9th specifically, we had a very big storm event down here, and it knocked out the sand berm and caused a lot of water to come into this area in the boatyard, and it caused about $3 million worth of damage. We also had some federal relief money that was offered at that time. The city has made that claim, but it still hasn't been cleared up yet, and they're hoping to get some payback and some financial relief from that at some point in the future. But look at this, it's been 11 and a half months, and they still haven't seen any money to help out on that cause. Reporting live from the Santa Barbara Harbor, where we were ankle deep in water last week, I'm News Channel reporter John Palmentary.
All right, thank you, John Palmentary, for that report. And slowly drying out from last night's rain certainly wasn't nearly enough, and the waves weren't high like that, but winds are a factor tonight.
Yeah, winds are a factor, and we do still have a high surf advisory that remains in effect for most of this weekend, even in